How's it going, everybody? Sorry for a little bit of a delay. Was taking a little bit too long to render a video that I just posted. So if you guys get bored with the live stream, you guys could head on over to a recent video that I just posted. Did 10 things that the 2024 Toyota Tacoma has that the third gen Tundra does not. So yeah, that was a pretty good video. So 10 cool features that the 2024 fourth generation Tacoma has that the Tundra does not. So I walked around my Tundra pointing out some things that I really hope that they would bring to the third gen, hopefully maybe in a refresh, something like that. So if you guys get bored with the stream at all, you guys can go ahead and check that video out. So that's why we had a little bit of a delay. And then, as always, I was trying to get my continuity camera to work, and it just does not want to work when it is time to go live. So, anyways, what's up, Junior from Maui, Hawaii? I hope you are enjoying your beautiful weather there. How's it going? Toyota Jeff seems to be in here as well. What is up, Toyota Jeff? How's it going? Dude, for some reason, my recent Grand Highlander video, Toyota Jeff, is not on my creator portal at all. It's not there at all. But then when I go to my page, it shows up. So it's very, very strange that that's going on right now. I'm not sure if YouTube's getting the analytics for it or what, but what the heck? Where's my video? But what's up, Jeff? Hope everyone's doing good. Omar, how's it going? How's it going? Still looking to figure out which mid-size crossover is good for him. I really, really like the Grand Highlander. Now that I can talk about it, you can't really beat that 35, 36 miles per gallon with a hybrid. Hybrid Max still gets 27 miles per gallon, which is absolutely awesome. Comes in under 60 grand, which I think everything else you mentioned aside from the Palisade is over 60 grand. So Grand Highlander is really, really there. Overland Series, what's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome in, everyone. Holy smokes, we got a lot of comments rolling in already. A lot of comments rolling in. So Overland Series, how's it going, dude? Would you be interested in getting a 2024 Grand Highlander, and why? Also, do you think it would be worth it to trade in a current 2021 Highlander Hybrid LE for it? Dealers still mark up prices. So my wife and I were actually talking about this, potentially getting a Grand Highlander when we sell the Sequoia. So I officially listed the Sequoia. I haven't put it on Facebook Marketplace yet or any of the other auto sites, just because on Facebook there's a pretty big Toyota 2023 Sequoia page. So I posted it on there, and several dealerships have also already reached out. And then some people that know what they're talking about have reached out. Other people are just trolls. But yeah, we're thinking about potentially rolling into a 2024 Grand Highlander eventually. But some more stuff coming down the pipeline for that. And LE, not sure how much they would give you for your 2021 if it's low mileage. Hey, if they're going to mark up your trade-in, right? That's what's up. Do you think that the classic legendary 22, or what do you think of the classic 22 RE engine, seem to be one of Toyota's most bulletproof engines till today? So what I'm really hoping is that this new 2.4 turbo that they're putting in pretty much all their new vehicles now, I hope that this is the modern day 22 RE. That's what I hope. So how's it going, everyone? So if you guys are new to live streams, what I like to do is get very far behind in the I like to get really far behind in the comment section, and you guys just load it up with questions. And then I try to give everyone their attention that they deserve. So if you ask me a question, I try my best to answer it. Last live stream was kind of crazy, guys. We had over 120 something people in the live stream, which that has never happened before on this channel. And I lost track of comments. I really lost track of comments. But we already have 70 in here right now, which is awesome. So gonna try to get to a lot of you guys. So you guys saying what's up to Jeff? GGG Racing, how's it going? Max, what is up? What is up? Solid Wolf, you never miss a live stream. I appreciate you so freaking much. You are awesome. I appreciate the support. How's it going? Matt, what is up? When do the Grand Highlanders hit the dealer? I'm pretty sure that the Grand Highlanders, they said, were going to be around June, July, and then the Hybrid Max would be following a little bit after that. Jeff, see you next week in Texas. Guys, we have the TX and the GX next week in Texas getting revealed. Gonna bring you guys some firsthand content of that. I can't freaking wait to see the GX. The TX will be awesome just because a lot of you guys like the Grand Highlander. And a lot of you may like the TX. Those of you that have a little bit more money to spend, because the TX may be pretty expensive. Venture, how's it going? What the heck's up with the lack of Toyota content around the 2024 Tier D off-road model? They don't got one built yet. That is why. So the pre-runner that was at the Overland Expo, that literally had under a mile on it. It came off the assembly line, straight onto a truck, straight from Mexico, all the way up to Flagstaff, where the Overland Expo was, and then it was on display for us. So that was their most recent model that came off the assembly line. The Tier D off-roads and everything else that they were testing and stuff, they're obviously not show worthy or with good paneling or good anything that would make it a good representation of a Tacoma for people like to see firsthand. So there just isn't a Tier D off-road Tacoma, 4th gen Tacoma, that is worthy of people seeing, because it's all prototype most likely. But soon, hopefully at the first drive event, we can see one, or a little bit sooner than that. That would be awesome. Isaac, what's good, man? How's it going? Another Florida representing. How's it going? Shay, what is up? Max, what is up? BC from Vancouver, Canada. BC Hunter, how's it going? Paul, what is up? Hey, John, sorry to hear that the Sequoia Tier D Pro is leaving. We are waiting on a Platinum now. Yeah, so if I was to get a Sequoia again, right, it's not really needed for our family, but if I was to get a Sequoia again, I would be right in your boat, Paul, and I would be getting a Platinum. I love the interior of the Platinum. I love my Tundra Platinum interior. I do wish it did have some things like I just mentioned. That video just went live. But the Platinum Sequoia, that is the way to go. So I really, really hope that you enjoy yours. Solid Wolf, yep, we are all waiting for the 2024 Tier D Pro color. They said summer timeframe. So summer starts in June. Hopefully we get to see that very, very soon, or at least know what it is. Have Trey, can you get a Trail Hunter without the bed rack, or is the bed rack still standard? So the headache rack is the standard one, and then you could get it with a full bed rack. Not really sure 100% on the configurator yet. The Grand Highlander configurator actually just went live. I needed to make a video about that. But not really sure yet exactly what will be options on the Tacoma and what will be standard. Once it gets closer to production, we'll find all that stuff out. Christian, what's up, man? Monty Python, how's it going, everyone? Christian says, hey, John, is there a Toyota Confidential this year? When do you think the next-gen Camry will be coming? At least as of right now, there is no Toyota HQC this year. They were going to, from what I heard, reveal the Tacoma at it, but they wanted to go big with the Tacoma and the Grand Highlander first drive event. So that was all in Hawaii. So I think that took place, and it definitely took some budget from Toyota to get a lot of people to Hawaii. So I don't think that there will be a HQC this year. That was a lot of fun last year because you literally had all the Toyota's vehicles. You could bebop, boom, 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 go to all the cars if you wanted to. But instead this year they gave out or revealed the Tacoma to us in Hawaii. GGG Racing says, thanks for your service. I appreciate your support, man. 9 years Air Force. It was a good learning experience, but I am definitely happy on this new career path. But I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Monty Python, which Grand Highlander engine, fuel economy, or power? I worry about performance with 7 people and or stuff, but 35 miles per gallon. Come on. I know. So I feel like if you're really going to be stuffing it with 7 people all the time, plus you're also going to have cargo and stuff too, man, I would probably honestly opt for the Hybrid Max. That Hybrid Max had so much torque, so much low-end torque. It climbed the hills in Hawaii that we were driving on. So, like, the drive event was beautiful. It was awesome scenery and everything. But on the island, like, you really couldn't legally get above 55 miles an hour. And there's a lot of kind of stop-and-go traffic and stuff on a lot of the routes that they have. They have, like, predetermined routes that you can go on these drive events. You just don't get in a car and just go drive all willy-nilly. No, they have predetermined routes that you're supposed to abide by, like, as much as you can. And those are all the predetermined routes that you would take for the vehicle. So the Hybrid Max, like, that one has some power. That one really has some power. But yeah, 35 miles per gallon in a normal hybrid, that is amazing. Gerald, what's up, man? How's it going? Sean, what is up? When do you think we'll hear about a new 4Runner? Hopefully next year, around this time next year, if the 4th generation Tacoma is coming. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Mike, what is up? How's it going, dude? What do you think about the 2023 Tacoma SR5 will go for brand new? I don't even know, honestly, a normal SR5 pricings of the Tacomas right now. But with the 4th generation Tacomas coming out, I would really hope that in SR5 you could get at MSRP or under MSRP. There's a lot of dealerships right now, guys, going under MSRP. Things like Sequoia Tier D Pros or Tacoma Tier D Pros, Tundra Tier D Pros, like very limited vehicles are still at MSRP or above, like Sequoias. There are a lot that are above MSRP. You can still get them for MSRP if you really wanted to, but Tacoma SR5, I'm not 100% sure of pricing, but you could go on Toyota's configurator, see what they should be, and that'll give you a very good idea of what it should be. And if you're in the market, Mike, when you go to a dealership, don't ever tell them what you want your monthly payment to be, because they will skew all these numbers just to make it look pretty as a monthly payment. Make sure you know at the end of the day what you're going to be paying for that Tacoma. Heck yeah, GG got no dealer markup on a Tacoma Tier D Pro. That is a freaking way to go. Waiting on my Tundra Platinum 2024. We shall see hopefully soon. Maybe there'll be some press material that comes out for what the new stuff is for new generation, or not new generation, but a little bit of a refresh. Any information on new 6th Gen 4Runner? No, not yet, guys. Not yet, Shay. I will, trust me. There will be a freaking video in your guys' inbox as soon as possible. So make sure that you guys have the notification bells. Not only that you're subscribed, but make sure that you guys have the notification bells on to see, 4Runner content. Because trust me, the moment it's freaking available and the moment I can tell you guys about it, I will tell you guys about it. Now, if people send me leak pictures and all this stuff that we're not supposed to see, it's going to be very hard to not share, but I won't be able to share until the time has come. Cable Bandit, what's up? How's it going? I'm excited for the GX reveal, but I fear that the towing may still be far below 7,000 pounds. If that's the case, I'd hold out for the Sequoia refresh with a removable 3rd row and fold flat rear. Yeah, so that's a big thing that I was thinking about for Sequoia. Like, what if they give the Sequoia a 2-row option? That'd be pretty cool. But this new GX, though, heavy rumor has it having the 3.5 liter or 3.4 liter from the Tundra. A little bit detuned. I keep holding this. A little bit detuned, but it's still going to have a fully boxed frame. It's going to be on the TNGAF platform. So hopefully it can tow like 7,000 pounds, 7 to 7,500 pounds. But it is a smaller vehicle. So for safety reasons, I don't know. We'll see. But whenever I have all that GX info, I will also let you guys know. Appreciate it, Overland Series. Appreciate all the love, man. What car do you drive the most out of the fleet? Honestly, my Tundra. Any day that I can, like when I just grab keys. It probably helps too because it's in the middle of the driveway, right? And when the 4Runner's there, Sequoia's here. I don't like playing car roulette all the time to move all the stuff around, but I really, really enjoy driving the Tundra the most, man. The Platinum interior, it's quiet. There are some things that are starting to rattle. I need to make an update video on that for you guys to show you guys that everything's not perfect, right? It hit 2,000 miles, so things are starting to not fall apart, but make a little bit of noise that I didn't wish that the Tundra was making. But that is what I choose to drive out of everything. The 4Runner, honestly, I've been driving that a lot the last couple days. It's been hanging out outside, which I freaking hate, but it's because I've been detailing up the Sequoia, making sure it's all good for its sale. The Sequoia, it's nice and powerful. I enjoy driving it, but I think of all the vehicles, for some reason, I'm just a truck guy. I just enjoy trucks a lot more than SUVs for some reason. Gerald, what's up? How's it going? I already said what's up, I think. Sin baby, how's it going? Hey John, how long till we find out the price on the 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro? So pricing for new vehicles, like you guys saw that we just had our drive event for the Highlander, right? And we also were able to give you guys pricing for that. So basically what Toyota does is they announce these vehicles and they have all these negotiations, right? They have all the negotiations for how much things are going to cost, how much it's going to cost to manufacture, how much things are going to cost to transport vehicles. Like there's all this negotiating going on in the back end to figure out, hey, once this truck launches, this is the price that we'll be able to be at. It'll still be hopefully somewhat affordable, and we'll also be able to make X amount of profit. So that takes a while. And then also with EPA standards and all that stuff as well. That's why typically we get all that information at the time of drive events, it seems like. And also with that too, it's usually about like a month before like actual launch. That's what it seems to have kind of been with all the recent drive events that we've been able to do. All right, so only 7 minutes behind. So if you guys are just joining in, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. I try to answer everyone's questions as good as possible. Someone suggested the last stream to put it in subscribers only chat. That may have to be the case if if I'm not able to keep up with all the comments, but for the most part, we are able to keep up with all the comments. And when you guys submit comments, if there's some that are repetitive, I may not repeat them over and over again. But also, I try to give everyone a good amount of time. You guys take your time out of your night to submit questions and hang out. So I like to, not give you guys half-assed answers. I like to give you guys some good answers. Max says, hey, John, I'm planning on buying a new Tacoma 4th gen. I'm stuck on if I want a TRD Pro because it looks amazing, but I'm sure it will be expensive. Love your videos, by the way. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah. So, and also, I mean, you have time, right? So we will know the Tacoma pricing. I mean, hopefully we'll know hybrid pricing right away. That would, I don't know. Hybrid pricing may actually be a little bit later, right? Because if the hybrids are going to come out the following year, kind of like Tundra did. I can't remember for Tundra if we knew the pricing right away for hybrids or if it was several months later. So we may not even know Tacoma pricing until 2024 itself. But in the meantime, you get to hang out, see what the TRD off-roads are all about, the normal iForce engines, see how those are priced out and see what people really think about those. So we have some time. War and Peace, how's it going? What is up? Do you think that Toyota should add a V6, maybe turbo options for all the 2.4 SUVs? Just feels like so much more premium than the Turbo 4. You should mention it to Toyota people if you can. Trust me. They are already set in their ways with a lot of stuff that they have to do. I mean, it would have been cool, right, for the Tacoma TRD Pro to have a freaking twin turbo V6. How insane would that have been? Or for the new 4Runner to come out to have a detuned Tundra SR engine, right? So hybrid electrification is Toyota's future. And trust me, I mean, we'll see how the Tacoma is. I don't want to talk it up too much, but when I drove the Grand Highlander with that hybrid max that thing has, and it's a very heavy vehicle, it moved it very, very well. And it had a good amount of low-end torque as well to move that vehicle. Now, I know a crossover SUV and a truck, they're two completely different things, but the Tacoma has, I believe, a little bit more horsepower, and it also has a ton more torque. It has about 70 more foot-pounds of torque, I think, or 60-something more foot-pounds of torque than the Grand Highlander. So it should move it pretty good, but we'll see. Nota Gang on deck, thank you for your service. Appreciate your support, dude. Yep, Notification Gang, I appreciate you guys so much. Nordland, aka Grand Highlander, aka Station Wagon. Let's go. I can't drive 55. TRD John, do you know more than dealerships that sell a person? That's why I follow him. Keep it up. Do you know more than dealerships sell? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sorry. War and Peace says, I drove the old and new RX back to back. The V6 is such a more premium engine than the 2.4 turbo. If they want low-end torque, then they should go for a turbo 6, not a 4-cylinder. So I would say if you have the option, though, War and Peace, drive the V6, or at least remember what the V6 was like, and then drive an RX that has the hybrid max kind of powertrain in it. So try to find a 500H plus, okay, or a 500H. Find a 500H and then let me know if the normal V6 of the old one is a lot better. John, hope you got to spend some quality time at Shepherd. I did, actually. I was in my training for F-16 avionics actually at Shepherd, and that was like 10 years ago or whatever in Shepherd. I mean, there wasn't that much there. And Shepherd, I mean, it's been growing since then, that area. But it was a good time there. McBride's Steakhouse. I still remember going to McBride's Steakhouse. That place was good. I'm not sure if it's still around, but I was young. I was like 20, 21 at that time at Shepherd. So didn't know a whole lot. It'd be interesting to go back now and see how things are. Lord, how's it going? Hey, John, just had to quit my job because the workplace had grown extremely toxic. Good on you for freaking recognizing that. So I'm not feeling very happy trying to find work again so I may achieve my dream. Hey, I know you're not feeling happy. Being out of work freaking sucks, but there is work everywhere. But good on you for recognizing a crappy, toxic environment because you can't grow there. You're going to be frustrated there. It is not good for you at all. I mean, that's why I got out of the military, right? I mean, it's just there are better things on the horizon, especially if you keep your head down and don't let it defeat you. Know why you quit. Know what you want in your dreams, and just freaking go for it, Lord. So that's good on you. Congrats on quitting. I know it sucks, but better things will be on the horizon if you strive for it. So keep going. Andrew says recommendation for a hardcover 2023 Tacoma 5-foot bed. So I've never put a hardcover on a Tacoma bed, but I did just get my shipment for my Paragon bed cover. I'm not sure if Paragon does things for Tacoma, but I do have a Paragon bed cover coming for my Tundra. So that will be my first experience of ever owning a vehicle with a bed cover. So I'm excited, but kind of like hesitant at the same time, just because like for us for the Tundra, like the bed cover, I mean the bed itself, like we just used it today. We put freaking 9 bags of 80-pound concrete in the back of it. We had fencing material, like 10 more sheets of fencing, and then like 9 more posts or something like that, and just the bed, tailgate down, fences over, no big deal. Didn't have to worry about anything. So hopefully this Paragon bed cover will be really, really good for instances like that too. And I'll let you guys know. What do you think? Bo says, what do you think the price for the new Tacoma Tier D Pro and Trail Hunter will be? I'm hoping the Trail Hunter will be like right at 60 or under. And then the Tacoma Tier D Pro maybe like 56 to 58, I hope. Because the current one for an automatic is like 51, I think. If you look up a current Tacoma TRD Pro with the automatic, so you're talking automatic transmission, already going to be at 51,000. All this new tech, a hybrid powertrain, brand new Fox shocks, brand new like bigger tires, like just all this stuff that they're throwing on to the Tacoma. Honestly, if the Tacoma TRD Pro is under 60 grand, now that I'm saying all that, I'd be pretty surprised. When you buy under MSRP, what is good? Everything's good under MSRP. That is awesome. I mean, that's what the world was before all the craziness, right? Like it's all supply and demand. So if there's a crap ton of trucks out there, not that many buyers, and if you're one of the lucky buyers, then you're going to get it under MSRP. But if there's 10 people that want the same vehicle, you know, that's when the whole supply and demand. I mean, that's typical high school economics, right? Unfortunately, and it's in a depreciating asset sometimes. It's just crappy sometimes. But when you buy under MSRP, everything's good, man. Why is the TRD Pro tires so much wider if all of them are running 265 tires? I think that it's 285. I can't remember what it was on the TRD Pros, but it's the wheel itself. So they're going to be close to 33s, but you have to remember this new Tacoma is an 18-inch wheel now. So the tire math starts to get a little skewed because we're used to 16-inch wheels on the current 3rd-gen Tacoma, right? So this new Tacoma, some are running 17-inch wheels, but the Trail Hunter and the TRD Pro, they're running 18-inch wheels. So you got to take that into consideration on your tire math. Bobby says, stunned they don't offer the V6 in the Tacoma. They've certainly mastered it in the sedan platform as well as Tundra. Yeah, I mean, even with the sedans and the Highlanders and everything that had the 3.5 V6 NA, those are all replaced for the 2.4 turbo. So it keeps down on weight and all this stuff. I'm very interested in that as to why they did that. But it still would have been cool to have a Tacoma with that V6. It would haul butt. It would be so sweet. Are you going to try for the manual transmission in your new Tacoma? So I got this question a lot, actually. Like, John, are you going to do the manual transmission in the Tacoma or not? I don't think I am, guys. I think I'm going to go with the automatic transmission, just because the automatic transmission for the current Tacoma was a lot of like kind of drama, right? It was like, oh, it shifts too much. It's this, it's that. Oh, it's horrible. Whatever. Get the manual. So this one has a brand new 8-speed, and I'm just gonna see what the new 8-speed is about. I'm not one to hold on to vehicles, it seems like, for a long time. So, and this with this new Tacoma being very hot, very new content with it, maybe we do this Tier D off-road, right, with an automatic, then we roll it into a Tier D Pro, and then a complete opposite, maybe Toyota offers a pre-runner with a manual transmission in 2025 or 26. Maybe we sell the Tier D Pro and do that and see what the manual is all about. So there will always be changing of vehicles on this channel. I try to hold on to them for at least 6 months to a year. But the whole game with YouTube is keeping content fresh, new projects if people like new project builds, new just vehicles for testing, like different trim levels to see how they are and stuff, right? Like this Sequoia going like as soon as it is, like that was completely not out of my control. Like it's still in my control. I don't have to sell it, but we want to for future things that we're doing, right? So but I try to keep vehicles at least 6 months to a year when it happens for content like that. But to answer your question, I will be doing an automatic Tier D off-road first. Bo says, did you like the Tacoma Trailhunter interior seat and panel colors? Looks kind of weird in videos. I freaking love it. So the Trailhunter is my favorite interior so far. The Tier D Pro is cool. It looks badass. It looks nice. The Tier D Sport was very clean. I liked the blue striping. The Limited is very upscale. Pre-runner, super basic truck. The Trail Hunter was my absolute favorite interior. I liked the kind of yellow stitching. I liked the marble kind of stone look that the dashboard had. I really, really liked the interior of the Trail Hunter. Shay says, I've seen your videos of installing the different cold air intake. Which brand would you say that you like the most? I'm thinking about getting an SMB for my 21 4Runner. SMB is great. I really like that. Very good growl to it as well. Good throttle body noise. I've had the Tier D one in my 4Runner as well. And then I also did AFE just now on my Tacoma. That one's really, really good. So you can't go wrong with the SMB for your 4Runner. And it looks good too when you pop the hood with the clear plexiglass lid. It looks really nice. Miguel, what's up, man? How is the space in the back seats of the Tacoma? Is it big enough for an infant, car seat, and child? Oh, yeah, 100%. It is definitely better than the current generation Tacoma. That is for sure. Depends on how big your child is, but anyone under 5'5" is going to have plenty of room, in my opinion, in the back of the new Tacoma. I wanted to add onto your video just recently about how the new Tacoma has more items than the Tundra. The new Tacoma has way more camera angles, even after the aux camera, like you can see the truck on the screen. That is very true. And I meant, dang it, dude, gosh dang it, that was in my notes too, to go on and talk about the whole camera screen. And I actually had that B-roll on my laptop, but I was editing on my computer, and then whatever excuses, I had to get out here for the live stream. But that is very true, because if you look at the 360 view of the Tacoma, you could press like different corners of it and really have a good pixelated, like 3D rendered picture of your vehicle. So that's very true. So what Arham, I think is going at is talking about my recent video, guys. If you get bored with this live stream and you want to head over there, I did 10 features that the 2024 Tacoma has that the new Tundra does not, right? And I talked about the 3 shark fins on top of it are for like auxiliary camera. So you can actually have auxiliary cameras on your Tacoma to feed into that, which is very, very cool. But yes, that is one feature that I forgot to continue on talking about the camera. Solid Wolf says, do you think that the 6th Gen 4Runner will move away from that SUV look and transition to a Bronco FJ Wrangler type of look? I don't know. That would be a kind of a crazy curveball. I've said this in other live streams, and I really think it may be true, is that I really hope that the new Land Cruiser is going to have like different models. I really hope that we'll see a Prado if that's coming. I really hope that we'll see like a 70s series style where it's very bare bones, and then the compact cruiser. So I really hope that we get 3 different variations with Land Cruiser, because overseas it has, you know, multiple variations. The Land Cruiser does. 4Runner is only 4Runner. So I don't want them to completely 180 the 4Runner and just make it a Jeep. I would personally like that out of the Land Cruiser. Max says, hey, John, I'm wondering which of the 2024 Toyotas you are most excited to get. So as of right now, I only plan to get a 2024 Tacoma. Everything else should stay the same unless we get a Grand Highlander. I don't know about that yet. I'll ask you guys about that. But yeah, I was doing thought processes in my head, thinking about giveaways, what we should do with those for certain vehicles, and then what else I'd be getting this year and next year. But I really think that it may just be the Tacoma as a new vehicle, but we'll see. We shall see. That is what I'm most excited about. As of right now, I am most excited about the 2024 Tacoma. Like, really excited. Nice videos, bro. Thanks, Carlos. Appreciate it. Megan says, off topic, did you ever work on the F-22? Beautiful looking airframe. I did not. I have a buddy that does. We talk crap all the time. The F-22 is horrible. No, I did not. I only worked on the F-16 and F-15 a little bit, but only really the F-16. Ray says, John, wanted to ask how to get started in real estate. So there's tons of ways to get started. It depends on what you want to do, whether you want to buy a long-term or if you want to buy a short-term rental. People are doing Airbnb arbitrage, where you just rent out a house. You obviously have to talk to the owner and talk to them about all this stuff. But like, you can rent out someone else's house on Airbnb with their permission, obviously, right? So there's plenty of ways to get into real estate. You can find big investors too. Like, if you have ideas of apartment complexes, like tons of stuff that you could do with real estate. But really, the way we started, we just bought a house. We just bought a house, and it just happened to work out where the values have gone up. It was in a good area. Definitely look at areas that have future growth. That's obviously smart to buy there. But yeah, that's just buy a house, right? That's the way to start it, but buy it smart. Buy it where you see growth, a potential shortage of rentals too. That would be the best way to go about it, and figure out what type of real estate you want to get into, because there's a lot of different real estate. Ray, appreciate the $2. Thank you so much. This is how your guys' questions, shameless plug, this is how questions skyrocket. I know this was 9 minutes ago, but for some reason, it did not let me know about this. I'm not sure if I have a notification off for this or what, but appreciate it. Oh, what the heck? Okay, so I just answered that. So I answered your question up there, Ray, and now I see that one. But yes, that is how you get answered in started in real estate. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the $2. That will go straight into our real estate project of renovating. We're currently putting fencing up, finishing touches in the bathroom, painting, and then I have to go buy TVs, paintings, like actual portrait paintings, and a couple other things for our Airbnb. And if you guys want a video about it, I could do a video about it. I did start to record some stuff to start a real estate channel, but it just like took off, and the workers finished stuff like way faster than we were anticipating them to. And I just didn't get like step by step of the renovation process. So that was a failure on my part, but we are looking to do more real estate this year, hence why this is going to. Oh, debt to income. Make sure you have good debt to income. That is also how you get started in real estate. John, what is up? Says, I just saw your video on the 10 things that the Tacoma has that you wish your new Tundra did. You can tell Toyota lavished a lot of love on the new Tacoma, even 4-way power lumbar adjusted on limited passenger seats. So that is very true. I'm curious if it's because the limited is the top of the line Tacoma. My Tundra Platinum does have 4-way lumbar. But yeah, that is really cool to see on the Tacoma as well in the limited compared to like Tundra Limited, right? But Tacoma Limited is their like top of the line. I'm curious if there will ever be like a Tacoma Platinum or Capstone. Someone mentioned that to like compete with the Canyon Denali. DB1 Journey says, so mad because I traded my 4Runner in for a new Nissan Frontier. Should have waited. I've always been a Toyota guy, but tried something new. Hey, that's no issues, man. If you don't like the Frontier anymore, whenever the Tacoma comes out, you can trade that thing in for it. You'll have it paid down a little bit, and hopefully the value stays pretty good too on that when it comes time for trade-in. Jay says the way Toyota is set up on their website, I think the Trail Hunter will be less than the Pro. That is very true too. Maybe it'll start less than the Pro, but as you add options onto it, maybe it will be a little bit more than the Pro. All right, going to go through some questions real quick because we're a little bit behind. Matt says, was the Tacoma back seat any bigger, or will it still be the smallest in its class? It was a bit bigger for sure than the outgoing model. I have mentioned it several times in videos. Like if you see me sitting in the back seat of it, it's a lot bigger. Not a lot bigger, but I can actually sit behind myself in that one. Megan says, are the Trail Hunter and TRD Pros running bigger brakes? Just wondering. They are. So the brake diameter is 17 inches on those trucks. So they're running 18-inch wheels, which will be interesting because that seems bigger than the Tundras, because you could fit 17s on a lot of Tundras. But yeah, they're running 18s because they have pretty big, heavy brakes. John says, wonder how quiet the interior will be on the new Tacoma. I am too. Super interested on just how it drives, wind noise, all that stuff. What year is your Tundra? A 2023. Marty Vision, what up, man? How's it going? I hope you're still in here. I know I'm about 8-9 minutes behind. Mitch says, hey, John, I'm picking up my 23 Tundra Platinum 6.5 foot bed. Heck yeah, in black in 2 weeks. So stoked. Thanks for the videos following your truck. Yeah, dude, and this build is going to start soon. So I have my wheels over there, still working with Nitto to try to get the new tires for it. You guys are in this live stream, so I tell you guys pretty much everything. Working with Icon for suspension. Hopefully that is able to work out. And then we got the Paragon bed cover. I have VersaTrack stuff. I have AFE intake. Tons of stuff to throw onto the Tundra in the next week or so. Warren P says, I agree with your hybrid max versus V6, but the price for the hybrid max is up there. The old V6 was available cheap. Yeah, that is true. But unfortunately, with how the emission standards are, Toyota just can't keep old stuff. Toyota is a very by the book company. And a lot of the big ones too, like Dodge, Ram, Chevy, a lot of these companies, Ford, they're going to start to ditch the V8s as well. So naturally aspirated motors, V6s are all going away because of emission standards. So if Toyota could have kept it, then yeah, sure. But unfortunately, emission standards is also a battle that they have to do. Curtis Fall says, I wonder how much the new TRD Sport will cost with the Pro Max engine or with the iForce Max engine. Yeah, hopefully it's a good price. Hopefully it's 40s, right? For fully decked out. When do you predict that the new one will be on the lots for basic trims? I'm about to pull on a 2023 TRD Off-Road Premium Magnetic Gray Tacoma. I want to say November, December. So it'll probably be like Tundra, where it's very, very late in the year. My 4Runner is a 2018 TRD Pro Cavalry Blue. Only year, knock on wood, only year that is that color. Toyota Jeff says, any guesses on what Tundra will change, update, add for the 2024 model? I wonder if they might add some Tacoma-fied features this year. Hopefully some software stuff. Maybe like that camera thing that I talked about in my video of adding an auxiliary camera and all that stuff. Hopefully that will be on Tundra. And maybe the electronic tailgate. Maybe that will be on Tundra too. So 2 items. That's what I think may be on Tundra, is upgrading some of the camera software and also an electronic tailgate on the Tundra. Does the 2024 Tacoma have more legroom in the front? So the cabin itself, guys, is completely the same. Like it's the same cabin size, except for it's a bit taller. But they reworked the seat and they reworked everything to just feel so much more comfortable. So you sit significantly better in the front seat. So more legroom in the front, sure. You just sit a lot better. Plenty of legroom. You can move the seat back however far you want, and to the point where it's undrivable because you can't reach the pedals, right? But the seating position itself, Jeffrey, is pretty good. Heck yeah, I already saw the video. Appreciate that. Jeff, I bet that auto tailgate comes with the Tundra. Yeah, that's something I feel like would be easy-ish. I mean, I'm not an engineer or car person, right? But I mean, on an $80,000 almost capstone, like, yeah, give me an electronic tailgate. Give me everything on the truck. It's pronounced Ram. Ram. It's RAM. Couldn't wait for the future content you have. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Oh, I thought Arham. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about the Ram itself when I was talking about Ram trucks. Arham. Gotcha. ARHAM. Gotcha. No, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the future content, we got a ton coming, dude. We got Tacoma stuff, Tundra stuff, selling the Sequoia, unfortunately. And then we got invited to an Lexus event. So we got GX and TX Arham. And then I'm going to New York for something as well. So that will be pretty cool Toyota content. And then just more throughout the year, hopefully. And then I'm getting some press vehicles in August. So I'm getting some press vehicles in August. One of them will be a Tundra TRD Pro in solar octane. Oh, bullet wound, right? Because it was the truck that I never was able to get. So it'll be pretty good. But thank you for pronunciating your name. Arham. Gotcha, man. Appreciate it. Does the 2024 Tacoma have a locking fuel door? I think the Limited did. I'm pretty certain that I saw it on the Limited. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, Bo, thank you guys so much for joining in. If you guys can hit the like button, I don't ask really ever, but just make sure you guys do that. It helps creators out so much. It's literally free. All you do is click. Thank you so, so much. Keep the Forerunner. That's what started the channel. Yeah, this comes up all the time in live streams, right? So it comes up all the time in live streams. I really love the Forerunner. I really, really do. But if I'm not making content with it, it's very hard to just keep it in the driveway, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I'm really thinking about doing a giveaway with the Forerunner. Maybe doing some patches, right? Selling them at like 35, 50 bucks or something like that, and just keeping it super low entries. You have like a 1 in 2,000 chance or something like that, and then donating some money to Florida veterans and just allowing someone to get a freaking Forerunner for like 50 bucks. That'd be absolutely insane. Miguel says, for someone with a bad back, which Tacoma trim do you think would be the smoothest ride? Probably the Limited. The Limited is going to be a very street-focused, comfortable truck. I believe it has the ABS suspension, I want to say it had. It has all-wheel drive, too. So the Limited is definitely going to be the go-to for that. And it also has heated and ventilated seats. So whatever your back needs, that'll be good for that. Zach says, what up, Zach? How's it going? Says, love the channel. Keep up the great work. Much better than that Toyota Jeff guy. Dude, I agree. Toyota Jeff, he's been slacking lately. I don't know what that Toyota Jeff guy's doing. No, what's up? I appreciate you taking the time, dude. Alfonso says, do you think that the new seats on with the shocks on the TRD Pro will take more space from the back seats? I do. So looking at some of the photos, unfortunately, like we weren't able to get in the back seats really with the prototype models in Hawaii. But it looks like there will be less space with those seats than there will be with like a traditional Trail Hunter or a TRD off-road. I don't know. We'll see. But photos, it doesn't look promising in photos, but I feel like you're buying that truck knowing what you're buying, and that rear occupant like seat space isn't really a priority for you, if that makes sense. MB907 says, thoughts on the Limited all-wheel drive. I think that's pretty cool that Toyota offered that, right? Because it was a gripe for the Sequoia. It's always been a gripe for the Tundra for some reason too, because Chevy offers a full-time four-wheel drive. I think Ford does. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it's cool that with this Tacoma, like they've given us so many options. They've given you so many options. Like, do you want a two-wheel drive with the locker? Sure. Do you want your manual? Sure. Do you want four-wheel drive? Sure. Four low, four high, locker, all this stuff, crawl control. Do you want it all-time four-wheel drive or a full-time four-wheel drive? Yeah. Like, it's so good. I wouldn't need it. Like, I don't need it in Florida, like a full-time four-wheel drive. I personally don't. But I think it's very cool for those up north that don't want to worry about shifting into four high or four low or anything like that. Like, just full-time four-wheel drive, pretty cool. Jared, how's it going? Would you get a 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro or a mid-grade Tundra like Limited? Seems like they will be pretty close in price. Probably a Tacoma Tier D Pro. This is going to sound unpopular, but Tundra Limited, and sorry if anyone has one, Tundra Limited is probably my least favorite trim of Tundra, just because it's like color confused and chrome confused. It has brushed aluminum, it has chrome, it has body paint match stuff here and there. Like, it is so confused with its chrome. Now, when people dechrome it or color match it, yeah, it looks great. But honestly, SR5 Premium, like my Tier D off-road one that I had, it was pretty much a limited, but without like a panoramic moonroof. If you option that, no JBL sound system, and no cooled seats. But other than that, my SR5 Tundra had everything that the limited had. So I limited is my least favorite Tundra trim. For this question, I would go with the Tier D Pro Tacoma for sure. Non-alcoholic beer. Light me up in the chat. I don't care. Tyler says, will you upgrade your 2018 4Runner for a 2024 4Runner or keep your 2018? So the wife and I have been talking about if we did get rid of the 4Runner, like what we would get. She really needs a zip, like real estate mobile that gets like something that gets more than 20 miles a gallon. So we have no vehicles, even though this pig is supposed to get 20 miles a gallon. It's only at like 18.7. So a lot of city driving. So this thing is actually getting what it should at 19 in the city, like very, very close to it. So this is pretty spot on actually now. But she needs something that gets 30 to 40 miles a gallon. If she's running, hundreds of miles for showings like a day, not every day, but like when she does, it'd be nice to have something that actually got good gas mileage. So kind of looking at Grand Highlander, maybe like to replace the Sequoia, if we did get rid of the Sequoia and the 4Runner. But it would be cool to have a newer 4Runner just to make those videos again that we made back in 2017, 2018 with my original 4Runner. It would be cool to remake those videos for evergreen content and just build up one more fifth gen 4Runner before the 6th gen, whenever that comes out. So, but we really need something that gets good gas mileage right now, honestly. Sam says, I see on the Toyota website that solar octane will be available for the 2024 Tacoma Tier D off-road. Do you think that color will be available on the Tier D Sport trim? I don't know 100%, and we will be able to find out, because I don't think in the press materials it said what colors would be on which things. Because I know that the Trail Hunter gets like more colors than just that bronze oxide. So I don't know across the board where solar octane will be. Typically, the Tacoma, right? Like mine, for instance, the electric lime metallic. 2022 was the year of the Tier D Pro for that color. And then 2023, you could get it on a Tier D off-road or a Tier D Sport. So with 2023 being solar octane, 2024, I would assume, but you know what they say about assuming, I would assume that solar octane would be good on a Tier D Sport. But that is hopefully what I get. I really hope for either an underground Tier D off-road, because underground looks so good on the Tacoma, guys. It really looks good. Or a solar octane. Two complete opposites. Underground is, very dark and kind of subtle, and it'll look good with a lot of black accents. The solar octane, it pops. It's like, hey, I'm a new Tacoma. What's up? So I really like the solar octane. Hopefully it'll be on the Tier D Sport, all color match too. That would look really good. Toyota Jeff says, I wonder how you are staying in here for a long time, Jeff. I appreciate that. It's almost your bedtime, dude. It's like 9:30 almost. Toyota Jeff says, I wonder how the Tundra extra cab configuration would go over like Tacoma has now. Yeah, that'd be really unique. And honestly, because the Tundra double cab, it's not really that big this year. It's not as big as like the last generation one. And a lot of people don't really even sit back there anyways. I guess it would just depend. They would probably have to do a study like, hey, families, how much do you actually put smaller kids back here? Or would you like a more just couple 2 seats in the front or a bench seat in the front with a Tundra, and then have all the storage in the back? I'd be curious. Lion Runner, how's it going, man? I really wish I could retrofit the sway bar disconnect in the 4Runner, but it looks like it's completely different, including the location. Absolutely not interested in a hydraulic system like KDSS. Yeah, that's something too that may be on the 6th Gen 4Runner and new Land Cruiser if that comes, and I'm sure potentially the GX, but that depends on how the drivetrain is underneath of it. But that's pretty cool. So Toyota didn't give the new Tacoma a front locker like a lot of people wanted, right? But it's not. I don't know. I could care less. But a front sway bar is pretty cool because if you need your front tires to like touch or for articulation, it's nice to have that front sway bar disconnect, because once you do that, and it'll drop like the tires like a bit more to gain traction and stuff with crawl control or A track or whatever you have on, right? And four low. And I don't know. I feel like it will work just as good as a locker could. But yeah, it'd be cool to be able to retrofit it. I mean, you could always just take your sway bar off, right? And be rolling like that down the hill. GX or road. GX engine thoughts. A lot of rumors are suggesting a detuned version of the Tundra. So whatever's in the Tundra SR is what a lot of people are thinking is going to be in the new GX. And then some also thinking some hybrid variant. So maybe like the iForce Max style where it's a 2.4 liter turbo, maybe a couple engine options. But we'll see next week. We'll see next week on the 8th. I'd fly down to buy it, win it. Heck yeah. Well, and that's part of the whole stipulation. So if I did it through a third-party company, which is the legal way to do giveaways like of that caliber, I have to pay for the winner to either fly to pick up the vehicle or to be able to ship the vehicle. So basically, you don't want to intrude on the winner at all, right? Like, hey, you won this vehicle, but you have to figure out the logistics on how to get the vehicle back to you, right? Or you have to pay the transport company, or you have to fly down to me. No. So yeah, if we gave away the 4Runner, I may test it with the Tacoma. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I would pay your taxes, or like I would give you $5,000 cash to offset taxes because you won a gift of a certain amount of value. So you're going to get taxed on it. Like they'll give you a 1099 at the end of the year for that. So, but yeah, I would give money for taxes, and then you would fly out. We would say, what's up? You would drive the new vehicle, and then you go back home. And I think it'd be really, really cool. But the only thing that's keeping me from doing that is just, I want to make sure that I would I would sell enough things, right? Like I don't know how popular my channel really is. I mean, we can test it, right? But I want to make sure that it makes sense and it's profitable. So unfortunately, I always have to think as a business now, but it needs to be profitable. Toyota Jeff with $5. He says, so you can buy more non-alcoholic beer. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is the Athletic Brew. It's pretty cool. So you know what the BS thing is about this is that it says non-alcoholic, right? And the BS thing is, like, I tried to buy some at a liquor store and I didn't have my ID on me. Don't drive without your ID. But anyways, I didn't have my ID, and she's like, you can't buy this. It's not, you need your ID. I was like, it's non-alcoholic. She's like, it's less than 0.5%. So it still has alcohol in it. And we're still at a liquor store. I was like, well, that's stupid. And I just left. Anyways, that's my story. And now I lost track of where I was. So yeah, appreciate it, Jeff. I try not to drink that much anymore, guys. Like really, Hawaii was the first time that I had an alcoholic beverage in all of 2023. So, and the last time I had an alcoholic beverage was December before that. So it was a good amount of time before Hawaii. So I was a cheap date, it seemed like. Hey, John. Tom says, hey, John, could you please compare the TRD Pro Fox suspension versus Trail Hunter? When it is time, I will definitely compare the two when I'm able to drive both of them. Josh says Toyota to bring back the X Runner. So that's what a lot of people thought with this whole extra cab configuration. A lot of people did think that an X Runner would be making it back. We will see. I mean, yeah, if they put a iForce Max in a extra cab, that'd be insane. Will Toyota make an iForce Max hybrid available in the new Tacoma Limited? They will. Should be available early 2023. Line Runner says also, as Alfonso said, I too wish that the new front seats were available for more rear room, so I could make my new take my new Born on the trail. I'm banned from off-roading now. Oh no. Uh, Speedster Speedy says, do you think that the 24 Tacoma TRD Pro will outlast or match the longevity reliability of the current third gen Pro? I would hope so. Toyota's not a company to make something that's intentionally to fail, right? But a lot of electronics going on, a lot of turbo stuff, right? So, I mean, I don't know. It's a gas motor. It's a smaller motor that's going to be trying to push a lot of power. So we shall see. I think that, I mean, there's some Tundras that have 50,000 miles on them right now, guys, like third gen Tundras that don't have any issues, right? So we'll see. It's obviously going to be on how you take care of your vehicle, things like that. The type of force you're putting through your vehicle all the time too, how you take care of it. So I don't know. We'll see. I hope so though. What speculation do you have about the rumored Toyota Stout Maverick competitor? What kind of hybrid do you think it'll get? And do you think it'll have some off-road chops? It'd be cool if it did. I like that Maverick Tremor. The Maverick Tremor that's coming out is very, very cool. I'm not sure if it's already out, but I really think that that truck, if it is a thing, and I really hope it's a thing, I think that it would have the 2.5 liter Toyota hybrid system with it, with the CVT maybe. I don't know. And it would be super cool to have a truck that gets like 35 to 40 miles a gallon. I mean, how cool would that be? And then maybe they just have a normal 2.4 turbo one. That'd be sweet. But I think that Toyota really needs to do it. So there was an April Fool's video that I did, gosh, maybe 5 years ago now, or 4 years ago, or 6 years ago. I don't know. But Toyota did that Yaris, right? Toyota teased a Yaris with a truck bed, and now it's a thing. Like, now it's a hot market. And like, just imagine if Toyota did that like 5 years ago. They would have been like not the first to the market because there was still the Honda Ridgeline, right? But they would have been hot on Honda's tail. The Ford Maverick wouldn't have been like a crazy thing like it is. The Hyundai Santa Cruz, whatever, right? Like, it's just so crazy how they almost had it. Someone posted a video of a 3-inch wider track on the Pro. Is it just the fenders or the wheel offsets? Hopefully you can clear this up sometime in the future. I believe it's the wider fenders are a thing, yes, but it's a wider track, like just the whole front end, like where the wheel position is wider as well. I don't think that it's just wheel offset. It is different upper control arms, different axles, I believe, on that TRD Pro. I'm not 100% sure. I'll need to look back in the press material. But if you guys have any questions, like deep questions on the Tacoma, you guys are able to go to Toyota's website and read the full press release from Toyota that I also have access to. But I did not have the thought to ask Sheldon, like, hey, what made it wider? Like, is it wider lower control arms and different upper control arms as well, or what? How was the Grand Highlander CVT? It was really good. So it really reminded me a lot of our RAV, a bit more refined though, not as loud and whiny. It was good for the hybrid. Toyota CVTs, I've never had an issue with them being like overly whiny or just bad. Like, it was good. Honestly, like I had mentioned earlier in this live stream, honestly thinking about a Grand Highlander maybe, and the Hybrid Max would be sick, but I would potentially just go for a normal hybrid and get that 37, 36, whatever it was, miles per gallon. Too many Tacoma trims will delay productions and increase the wait time. I guess so, but hopefully not. The SR5 trim is such a great model for what you're getting. It is. Get your wife that rose gold Lexus. I know, man. I really want to, but we have a couple real estate opportunities that may be coming up soon, and we really just want to do more. So selling the Sequoia and then buying a $70,000 Lexus RX, like as much as I would love to have a Lexus RX in that copper crest color for her, 500H, hello, oh my gosh, it just doesn't make sense. So we're trying to thin some things out, be smart about a couple things, but I still need cars for the YouTube channel, right? So we're trying to find the balance right there. Jeffrey says, does the 2024 Tacoma SR5 have the same suspension as the Limited? It does not. The Limited is going to have its own type of suspension. The SR5, the TRD off-roads, like all these vehicles will have their own tuned style suspension. What do you think the next color will be for the Tier D Pros? Hopefully, like a red, either a red or like a yellow or a earthy red color. Hopefully. Can you get the Trail Hunter with a 5-foot bed? That you can. You can get the Trail Hunter with either a 5 or a 6-foot bed. John says, have you ever been to Key West? I live in Indianapolis, and for the first travel vacation in over 10 years, I'm thinking of Key West in this July. That'll be hot, but it'll be beautiful. I have not. I want to. I really want to drive down there and just see what it's all about. Honestly, I would like to move down to Tampa maybe, or if I'm in the Tampa area, take our boat like in the intercoastal waterway and go to Key West that way with our boat. It's a tiny little boat, but I would rather go to Key West that way. I think it would be cool versus driving. Driving on the bridge would be nice, but I've heard that there's a lot of traffic. But once you get down there, it's awesome. So that'd be super sick if you're able to do that, John, and enjoy your vacation, man. Josh says, also wanted to say hi from Arizona. I know Armando, heck yeah, with the Voodoo Blue Forerunner. We used to go to the same gym together. Armando is a super good guy, really nice. I saw him at the Overland Expo, and then whenever I was in Arizona, we hung out at Jeff Westcott's shop, and he's just a really good, genuine dude. I like Mondo a lot. I'll buy and give away the item tonight. Send me the PayPal, LMAO. I know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I may just make a video just to gauge interest on that. Bo, thank you for the $2. You guys do not have to do that. $2 for markups on the Pro. Heck yeah, going straight towards the Pro pricing, baby. I love it. Thank you. I wonder why Toyota didn't give the 2024 Tacoma four-wheel drive off-road model to showcase and test drive. So the reason for that, Anthony, is because they didn't have one yet. They may have had like a pre-production one, right? That's like beat to crap, and the interior pieces just aren't show worthy, and they just didn't build one yet. So the pre-runner that they had at the Overland Expo, that had literally just ran off the assembly line, like I think they said 2 weeks prior to the Overland Expo. So very, very fresh truck. And they just unfortunately did not have a Tier D off-road to showcase. I wish they did, honestly, instead of like, I don't know, the Limited or the Tier D Sport. Like the Tier D Sport looks nice, and it's a very volume seller. The Limited was cool to see that it was something different from Toyota for the Tacoma. It was actually like a proper luxury truck, which was like a mid-sized truck. But it still would have been nice just to see all the trims, right? Even the SR and SR5 just to see what those are. Hey, John, does 285 7017 fit in the spare tire location of a Forerunner? It should. I believe it should. I'm like 90% sure it should. Key West is fabulous. If you're a diver, go with Ocean Divers. They'll take great care of you. There you go. That'd be awesome, John. See some beautiful scenery down there. I actually just went snorkeling in Hawaii, and it was fun. I went with Toyota Jeff. Freaked out for a little bit as I remembered how to like breathe underwater again and snorkel properly and just, stay calm and be down there. But we have a bunch of artificial reefs actually near us, and the Gulf where we're at can be very, very calm sometimes and very, very clear water. So it'd be nice to go in the artificial reefs out here and snorkel. Are the isodynamic seats going to be an option for the pros or mandatory? They are trying to make them standard and not as an option. They're trying to show everything that we saw with the Tier D Pro as standard. John says, I've heard that the Lexus TX top trim may have a hybrid V6. Have you heard such rumor? I have not, actually. I heard that it will be very, very similar to the Grand Highlander. Hey, John. Rob says, can 35s fit on the new Tacomas? Tier D Pro with Trail Hunter accessories would be my purchase. Do you expect the upcoming Forerunner to be a home run? I really, really hope that the new Forerunner is a home run. This new Tacoma, and from what I've seen with the GX, like with the teasers and stuff with it, and what people who have actually seen the GX are saying, like, John, you're going to love it. Like, I really hope that the Forerunner is not like the redheaded stepchild, right? That it's like, why Toyota? What the heck, So Tacoma has me super hyped for the new 4Runner. Hopefully this new GX that we get to see next week, I'm like, holy smokes, look at that. And it just makes me even more hyped for the 4Runner. Will 35s fit under the new Tacoma? I think so. I really think so. So with 33s being on that truck stock, and then with it having a felt fender liner, just like the Tundra, easily malleable or maneuverable. You can move them forward, trim off a little bit of plastic. It also has the same kind of crash plate in the back, like of the wheel well, so you can take that out, put that pin back that fender liner. So I really think that the new Tacoma will have a lot of room for 35-inch tires. And Sam, with our last question, we've been on for about an hour. So if you guys have any other last minute questions, go ahead and put them in real quick. But as of right now, Sam's the last one. Sam says, when do you think that Toyota will release the rest of the info on the 2024 Tacoma MPG color options packages? Excuse me. Basically, I can't wait to use the build feature like a bazillion times on the website. That's hilarious. Hopefully October, November timeframe. So I don't know when our drive event will be, but hopefully the configurator will be out, about a month before the truck is out or so. Like the new Highlander, the configurator, I guess, is online right now, right? And the Highlander should be coming out this summer. Summer starts in June. I believe they told us around June, July that that vehicle should start being at dealers. The Tacoma, they said expect it to be like Tundra. So the Tundra came out like November, December timeframe, with the hybrids following the next year, like March, April. So hopefully we are able to get the configurator going live around October, maybe September, October. Maybe that would be really cool. And then last one from Anthony says, imagine the Tacoma having a GR model like the Hilux. That would be cool, like a stripped down version. That's kind of what the pre-runner is-ish, but it's not like the Hilux one. The Hilux one looks badass. It looks super good. And then so pumped for the new GX. What engine do you think it's going to have? More than one option. We'll see. I really think that it may just have the V6 and maybe a 2.4 turbo. But guys, that was an hour. One last one from Tom. Which 2024 Tacoma trims will be the top sell in your opinion? 100% Tier D Off-Road and SR5, in my opinion, and maybe Tier D Sport. Those are going to be their volume sellers for sure. Volume sellers, SR5, Tier D Off-Road, and Tier D Sport. Those are going to be the top selling trim levels, hands down, in my opinion. And then Alan, too, says, as much as I love the 4.0 V6 in my 4Runner, I might consider trading it for the new GX 550. Hopefully the MPG is decent enough. Just filled up my 4Runner for the second time this week. Holy crap. Yeah, and gas is going up in price too, right? It's almost like there's elections coming up or something like that soon, right? So, yeah, that's crazy. It's 2 times. So that is why, right, thinking about getting a little bit more fuel efficient of a vehicle. Just to have again. Because, man, when we had the RAV4, 40 miles a gallon, that was sweet. That was sweet. And it was like a 10, 11-gallon tank. So it was like $20 to fill up, $25 sometimes to fill up. It was the life. It was the life. But, guys, I appreciate you all taking your time on a Wednesday to hang out. If you want more Toyota content, head on over to the channel. The video is live right now talking about 10 things that I wish that my Tundra had that the 2024 4th generation Tacoma has. So let's see how many of you guys have seen that video. Almost 2,000 people have seen that video so far. So that is awesome. So if you guys want to head on over, watch that video, let me know if there's anything I missed or what else you guys are super hyped on that the Tacoma has that you wish the Tundra has. Let me know in the comments. That way, because Toyota reads some comments sometimes, and maybe they'll put all that stuff into the Tundra eventually. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so freaking much. Derek, Junior, Tom, Monty Python, Bobby. Thank you guys all so much. Sam, appreciate you guys. All right. Hopefully catch you. What's next week? Squirrel. I just freaking squirreled. Next week is the 3rd. Why is Jeff saying I'll see you next week? Isn't it the 8th? Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm in May. What an idiot. It will be next week. All right. We may do our live stream on the 6th. because the 7th is the day before I fly out to the Lexus event for the GX and TX. So we may do our live stream on Tuesday next week, but I will have the notification there for you guys. Derek, thanks. Wish One, appreciate it. Lord, thank you. Pureblood, yo, what is up? We are wrapping up, but I appreciate you hopping in. Guys, I appreciate you all, and I will catch you guys next week. All right, see you later.